Hey girlies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are trying out a new makeup brand, Troublemaker Beauty, launched in Superdrug recently. So I picked up a few bits, enough to do a full face anyway. Everything was super cheap. I think everything's under £10. And you know I love my drugstore affordable products, so of course we're gonna test it out. The products that I'm most excited for are these little makeup palettes. There is a cream complexion makeup palette. This is in the shade Deep. It really reminds me of the Made by Mitchell palettes. How gorgeous is that? Then we have a blush palette in the shade Poppy. Very similar, but this one has no bronzers. I grabbed two bronzer shades. We'll get to that anyway. Let's start with primer. They have different primers depending on your skin type, but I picked up the blurring primer. This is called the Make Space Blurring Primer, and it is in this squeeze tube. I haven't tried any of these products, so no idea if they even work. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this feels like the Benefit Professional. It's that kind of like slippery, silicone-y feeling. Feels really nice and smooth on the skin. Let me pull up my receipt so I can give you prices. So they had an offer of 3 for 2, and because I bought so many products, of course I got money off on all of it. So I ended up getting the primer for £3.46. Originally they are £5 each. But yeah, that feels really nice. Gonna have to obviously test it longer to see longevity and stuff. I don't know if it will overtake my Laura Mercier blurring primer. That one is perfect because it not only blurs but also mattifies. I got 2 types of foundation. They have a full coverage foundation and concealer. They have 30 shades in this, but when I was shopping on Superdrug there was only 6 available, 2 darker shades, so I picked up the 2 darker shades, but hopefully if the rest of the stock comes through there'll be 30 shades to pick from. And then they have the, not this one, this is a cream blush, but it's very similar packaging to the stick foundation. So this is a stick foundation and I got the shades Sweet Tooth and Star Child. Let me swatch them for you. This one is Star Child and then this one is Sweet Tooth. So Star Child is looking like my shade, and then I picked up the same shades in the full coverage foundation, Sweet Tooth and Star Child. I'm squeezing this a lot. Is this empty? Like, why is that? I'm squeezing it all the way and nothing's coming out. How much product do you get in here? 30 milliliters, but I've squeezed it all the way in like, I don't know. Okay, yeah, so they're more or less spot on shade match wise. So once again, that is Star Child and then that is Sweet Tooth. Pretty good matches for me, honestly. Pure luck that they were the only 2 shades in stock, because if I was any less tanned, I've just got back from a 2-week holiday to Zanzibar, so I'm very tanned right now, but if I was any less tanned, I wouldn't have a match. So the full coverage foundation was £3.46 as well, with the 3 for 2 deal that I had, normally £5 each. And the stick foundation was also £3.46, but it's usually £5 each. Should we do half and half? Maybe we'll do stick on this side, full coverage on this side. So I'm gonna start with the full coverage one. You see this one feels more full. I don't have to squeeze as hard to get product out. That looks quite dark on my face actually. Okay, not too bad. I think I can brighten it up with concealer, but I definitely, once the rest of the shades do come into stock, I will be looking for a lighter shade. Blends in really nice. It doesn't feel super heavy or thick, and it is definitely full coverage. Oh, I forgot to test the brow gel. We'll do that next. I mean, for £3.46, I'm not mad at that. It's nice and matte, has really good coverage. And then on this side, we're gonna try the stick. Glides really nicely. Oh, this is nice. This is a good slap on and go product. Not as full coverage, of course, as the full coverage foundation, but decent, probably medium coverage. So this is the stick foundation. This is the full coverage side. The full coverage side is definitely more matte, but overall, I like that. So they have a brow gel. I got the shade Dark Brown. Got bristles on one side, but then it's completely flat with product on the other side. Don't know if this is dark enough. Maybe I should have gone for like a black, but I don't remember seeing a black. Yeah, this is quite light for my skin, my brows, but we'll let that dry down. We'll see if it gets like hard or, you know, does its brow gel thing. So next, let's do eyeshadow, because they have loads of eyeshadow options. So they have these little palettes, which I got these for £2.77. They're usually £4 each. And they have 6 eyeshadows on the inside. This one is called Love Note. And then this is Cowboy. Then they have these palettes which have 12 eyeshadows on the inside. This one I got for £4.16. They're usually £6 each. And this is the shade Field Trip. Then they have these big palettes which are usually £10 and you get 18 eyeshadows in here. They have a neutral one of this, but I decided to pick up some colour. So I got this for £6.92. Yeah, I'm really impressed by the eyeshadow selection. They have neutrals, they have colourful, they're affordable. Let's test the pigment. So I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Morphe Priming Cream Shadow in Mixed Tape. Actually, first I want to conceal underneath my brows. Now going in with the Morphe Eye Base. Now, which palette am I gonna use? I don't want to mix more than one because I want to be able, whatever look I do, I want you guys to be able to recreate it. I'm leaning towards this Field Trip one because it has all of the neutrals you can ever need. I would love to play with this one, but I'm just not in the mood for a colourful look today. I've got stuff to do, places to go, you know. I'm just gonna do a standard eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna start with this brown here and I'm gonna, oh, that is pigmented. I'm gonna start that on my outer V. Blend it nicely. I mean, really nice pigment for one dip. Gonna build it up and carry it through the crease slightly and wing it out. Yeah, I like that formula. Blends really well. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and take this shade and use that right up by the brow bone to diffuse the edges. Okay, we're gonna try add some more depth. I'm gonna go into this dark brown, which looks black, but it's not. It's like a really dark brown that it almost looks black. I'm gonna take a little bit of that right on the outer edge. Now for the fun part, we have only two shimmers in this, sorry, can't count. We have 3 shimmers in this palette. We have this kind of coppery brown, this icy gold, silvery gold, and then we have this kind of rose gold. Let me swatch them all since there's only 3. That's what they look like. Really love those shades. Nicely pigmented. They feel really smooth, like really soft. I think for today, I'm gonna take the rose goldy and put that on my lid. I mean, look at this pigment. It's so pretty. Next, I want to go in with the palette. I'm going to use this one because this is just a blush palette and then it's very similar, like I said. Let me show you side by side. I think if you get one, you don't need to get the other. I only got both because of course I'm testing it for you guys. But here they are side by side. So this one is the blush palette and then this one is the blush and bronzer palette. I feel like it just makes more sense to get blush and bronzer so you get more for your money. You get to use different things rather than just a full blush palette. Or you can get both because they're super cheap. So these are £10 each, but I paid £6.92. But they do have other blush options if you did want something smaller, not a palette. This is their bouncy blush and it was £2.07p, but usually they are £3 each. And I think this one is like a, yeah, it's like a cream powder formula. Whoa, very pigmented. I mean, wow. I love that this stuff is pigmented because it means it will work for deeper skin tones, which is something I'm always looking for in the drugstore. And I believe they also have a cushion blush, but I didn't want that. Let's swatch the bronzers so I can see which one I want to use. So these are the 3 bronzers. Whoa, very creamy, very pigmented. So this one's really warm toned, this one's kind of a neutral brown, and then we have this deep. I think I'm gonna try the middle brown, so the more neutral one. They're quite small, so it's hard to kind of get your brush in there. That's the good thing about the Made by Mitchell ones, because they are square. You can just, you know, dab your brush in, but this one you have to be careful not to get more product. Oh, they are pigmented. I can already tell. Okay, I'm gonna dab it off on the back of my hand and then dab it onto my face. Oh, it's actually not as dewy as I thought it would be. I think because they look so creamy, I thought they would be a bit more, I mean, they have a glow. Definitely working, first of all. Blend in really nicely. But I'm really surprised they're not super glowy, which is nice for me because I have oily skin. I'm gonna try a little bit of that warm one here. Okay, so that one's so warm, it kind of looks like a blush, like a purpley, not purple, burgundy blush color. Do you see what I mean? So you can see nothing, bronzer. I like that a lot. What might be easier is to actually take your finger, take some of the product, draw it on, and then blend it in rather than trying to get your brush in there. Next is blush, and I am loving the shade Orange. Well, I don't know, they don't have names, so I'm just saying it's the shade Orange. Let's swatch them first of all. Oh, so it's like a yellowy orange. Then we have an orange and a pink. Should we compare these to the Made by Mitchell? I mean, come on. Yeah, they're damn near spot on. So these are the Made by Mitchell ones, and then these are the Troublemaker makeup. Made by Mitchell orange and pink are a little bit brighter. So I think I'm going to take a mix of the two oranges. So I'm going to take this one. This one, it's the same thing I had with the Made by Mitchell. It's so yellow that it's not that pigmented. You have to kind of build it up. And then I'm going to take the second orange. I prefer this one. Okay, the orange just overtook the yellow. But that is nice. Blend in nicely. Might just dip straight into the pan. Ooh. The blushes are definitely a lot more dewier than the bronzer was. Like, it's got so much glow going on. I've obviously put a lot on because I wanted you guys to see how it looks and how it applies. Really like that they've included deeper skin tones as well, because they do have a light and a medium, and then this one is deep, of course. I wonder if the formula in these ones are the same glowy, dewy formula. Yeah, they are. They're kind of like a gloss. I'm just taking the red from the bottom here. Try this one as well. Yeah, they're very glossy. I prefer more of a matte finish, but on the cheeks, I don't mind a glossy blush. Okay, that is enough blush. Tammy, put the blush palettes down. Right, next is concealer. They have these Ditto concealers, which are £4 each, but I got them for £2.77. I got these two shades. I got the shade LimeWire, which is definitely too light. Yeah, and then I also got the shade Sass Detective, which I'll probably use. Once again, they didn't have the full shade range out just yet, so I had to just pick from, I think there's 6 shades they had available. First of all, really like this applicator. It's a nice doe foot. Applies a decent amount of product. I can already tell this concealer feels like matte, like clay, like it's not super dewy or liquidy. Do you know what I mean? Just gonna blend that out. Easy to blend. Right, moment of truth. Let's blend under the eyes. Really easy to blend. Not super full coverage, but enough coverage. I might even use that lighter shade just to give a really nice brightening effect. Not as matte as I was thinking, definitely still skin-like and dewy. I'm gonna take a little bit of that light shade and just brighten right here. I love a bright under eye, what can I say? And I know once I go in with powder, it's gonna tame it down, so I'm gonna take my foundation brush and just dab over everything so it blends together. What do we think? I like that. I think it looks good. I might do a little down here. Really snatch up that cheek. Right, let's assess. How are we looking? Concealer is creasing already. I wish it was a little bit more full coverage, and I wish it dried down, but that's my personal preference. I know a lot of people do have dry skin and, you know, they like a dewy concealer. I don't think this is a concealer that I will reach for over my favorites. I just feel like I want to add more, but I shouldn't because I've got 2 layers of concealer on already. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I don't know how it looks on camera, but in real life, I would want a little bit more coverage. But we're gonna move on. So for powder, they have loose setting powder and also pressed powder. So I picked up 2 shades. I got Flight Risk Light, Lone Wolf Banana. Let's open them up. Oh, I just dropped the powder all over myself. Oh, and all over my phone. Okay, so these are the 2 shades. We have Flight Risk Light on this side, Lone Wolf Banana on this side. What shade do I want to go in with? I think Light Wolf Banana. Nice shade. I'm also going to reverse contour with this. Oh, I think powder is my favourite part of makeup because it just snatches the face. Oh, that brow gel did dry nicely. Can feel it's like a little bit crispy. Doesn't sound very appealing, but it feels like it's dried down and it won't move. Looks really nice and smooth. I love the shade. Yeah, I really like that. That looks flawless. I'm glad I went with this shade as well, because it's nice and brightening. Then for the pressed ones, oh, I should have tested the pressed one on this side. Sorry guys, I completely forgot. But for the pressed ones, I got the same shade. So, oh, but they're called different things. We have Hot Take Banana and Clickbait Light. With the setting powder, they didn't have any darker shades. I don't know if they are coming or they're just not meant to be face powders. I'm not too sure, but they only had 4 shades of the pressed powder. So for my face powder, my all over face powder, I'm gonna just have to use my MAC Studio Finish, because I always do this step because right now you can see harsh lines and like there's still powder left on my face. So I always take my MAC powder and just dab over everything to marry everything together. I really like how that looks. I feel like everything's settled in together really nicely. Now, powder products. They do have these powder blushes and bronzers. So I got one shade in the blush. This is the shade Optimist in Motion, this gorgeous corally pinky red. And then I got two bronzers because I wasn't too sure online which one would be my shade. So I got this one in Outlaw, which is a bit lighter, and then this one in Rogue, which is a bit darker. Let's do swatches. So here are swatches of those bronzers. Very pigmented from what I can see with the swatches, and also very powdery smooth. Like it's just gonna melt into the skin. I knew it. Look, you see how it's blending? It's just gonna blend so well into the skin because it feels so smooth. Don't feel like I need any more bronzer, but I'm gonna do a little bit just to show you. So I'm gonna take the shade Rogue, which is the darker one. You see what I mean? Like it's so powdery pigmented, which for some people might be a bad thing, some people it might be a good thing, but it just means you need to be very light-handed and tap off the excess. But it does blend into the skin really nice. I'm actually going to take the lighter shade Outlaw as my nose contour because I don't feel like I need a dark shade like that on my nose. This should be more than enough. Yeah. Ooh, a bit too much. And I'm going to take the blush. That is so pigmented. I mean, these products are going to last you forever because you really don't need a lot. I really like these powder products. I feel like they're so easy to blend. No complaints from me. They're literally like £3. Yeah, they are £3 each. I got them for £2.7p. And then the blush stick, which I didn't get to use. This is a cream blush stick. I got the shade Gimme Niche Plum. And this is what that looks like. Let's see the pigment. Wow. And the cream blush sticks are £5 each, but I got it for £3.46. You really do save a lot of money with this 3 for 2 deal that they currently have going. Oh, and for foundation, I forgot to say I also got the cushion foundation. This is the Button Pusher. I got the shade Star Child. I'm going to save this because I'm going to test it in another video, probably on TikTok, but that is the cushion foundation. What is next? I think I'm going to put some eyelashes on. I didn't get a mascara. I'm not too sure if they do a mascara, but I have so many mascaras I could not justify purchasing another one. So I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Colossal Bubble, which is my favourite mascara. Put some lashes on and then I'll come back so we can do setting spray and lips. Okay, lashes are on and I was just looking at myself in the mirror, guys. This base is looking tea. Like it's looking so flawless. The foundation, the powder, I mean the concealer is okay. I wish I had a little bit more coverage underneath my eyes, but hey, I digress. The blush, the bronzer, everything's just looking so good. So last but not least is lips. Now I was really surprised by the shade selection of the lip liners. They have two dark browns and they both look like they'll work for me. Oh, let me unbox them. They've got that annoying plastic. Okay, so these are actual pencils as well, not like creams. Chit Chat is the lighter brown and then Zip It is the darker brown. Chit Chat and Zip It, they both look like they'll work for me. This one looks like Mac Chestnut and then this one is darker. Let me see if I have anything comparable. Maybelline Cross the Line is that one, so closer to Zip It. Chestnut and Morphe Trendsetter. So hopefully you have one of those and now you can see the differences. I'll try the lighter one, Chit Chat, first, just so you can see how it looks. Usually I do go a bit darker than this, but this looks really nice actually. I'm gonna try the darker one, Zip It, on top. Yeah, this is more what I go for every day. I think they're like £2 each, but I obviously got them cheaper. Yeah, they're £2 each and I got it for £1.38. And then for lip products, I got these two. Oh, they're the same shade. I'm clearly a creature of habit, but they have this lip gloss, which I am so intrigued by. I love that kind of neutral brown. And then I got this lip balm, which is also a brown. Oh, that looks dark in the packet. Hold on. Ooh, that melts nicely. It's like a glossy, this will go straight into my handbag. I love a glossy, quick to apply lipstick. Little bit, very sheer. So I think I'm gonna go in with the lip gloss. This is in the shade Harper. Ooh, that stinks. I'm so sorry, what? I don't know, I don't like it. But anyway, I like the color. That is that there. That feels nice. Nice color. Gorgeous nude. I hate the smell. I'm so sorry. £2 each, but I got it for £1.38, and the lip balm was £4 each. Okay, so the lip balm is more expensive, but I got it for £2.77. I wonder why this one's more expensive. Probably because of the twist up packaging. But if you want more color, I would say go for the lip gloss. But that is it, guys. That is the finished look. What do we think? I love how my skin looks today. Oh, I'm missing an inner corner highlight. Let me do that quickly. I'm gonna take that icy gold from the palette, a little bit of that on the inner corner. Overall, I'm really impressed with this brand. I mean, for the prices, the performance of the product is not just good for the price, it's just good. Oh, I forgot setting spray. So I have this setting spray. It's the one that matches the primer, so it's the blurring setting spray, and it comes in this little, have you guys seen the hand sanitizers from, I can't remember what they're called, but I picked one up in Sephora. It reminds me of that packaging. I won't be able to tell you much about the setting spray because obviously something you need to test over time, but like the packaging. Powerful but still a mist. I like that. I feel like this will be good to just throw in my handbag because it's so small. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been out and I've just needed a setting spray to like revive my makeup, you know, so definitely will be keeping that. These two going straight in the handbag. I think the only thing I'm not obsessed with, which is funny because I was the most excited about this product, are the blushes in here. They're just a little bit too dewy for my personal liking, but once I've gone on with powder and set, I feel like it's got a really nice amount of dew, so it's not bad. It's just not my favorite formula. Honestly, I would still use it. It's nothing to complain about. Love the powder products. Love the setting powder, the powder blushes, the powder bronzers. Love the full coverage foundation. Can't wait to see what 30 shades they're coming out with because I will need to grab a lighter shade. Oh yes, the only thing that I'm not in love with is the concealers. I feel like I wish they were more coverage. I wish they dried down and didn't crease as much. I'm really interested to know how they will last throughout the day. I mean, I'm not noticing crazy creasing right now, so maybe the powder's doing its job, but I would love to see the powder paired with a different concealer, one that's more full coverage, more my style. These are just okay. They're not terrible. It's just compared to the amount of concealers that I do have and I have tried, this is not on my top 10. Love the lip liners, especially for £2. Great shade selection in my opinion. I love that they don't only have a dark brown, but they have a deep dark brown. Love the lip gloss. Don't love the scent of this particular one, but now that it's on my lips, I can't smell it, so it's not one that lingers, so no complaints around here. Love the formula, not sticky, but it is super glossy. Love the packaging of the setting spray. Like I said, we'll have to continue trying the formula to see if it actually makes my makeup last longer. But yeah, honestly, I've not got a bad word to say. Oh, eyeshadow palettes, love the formula, super buttery soft. Why did I pick up the palette that I didn't use? Really super buttery soft blendable mattes, nice reflective shimmers. It's a really good neutral staple palette. I'm sure we all have something like this, but if you are in the market for a new one, I think it's a great shade selection and really nice formula. So yeah, that is a full face testing Troublemaker makeup. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, have you seen the brand in Superdrug? Have you bought anything? Have you tried anything? I love the fun packaging. It does feel very young, but it also feels fun. I feel like if you like to have fun with your makeup and you're not worried about the luxury aesthetic, why not, you know? I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Like I said, make sure you are following me on TikTok or Instagram so you can see me test the cushion foundation and the cream stick foundation. I'll try use different products in those videos. So yeah, that is it. I'm gonna stop yapping. I'll catch you in my next one. Take care. Bye.